Woof, woof, woof. Welcome to Two Dogs Digs, Tuesday night Hall Pass Live. You know, it seems like such a long time. It's only been 2 weeks, but boy, was it a hell of a 2 weeks. But we're back with something that we hope is a lot more fun than tariffs, which is our Baggie Wall haul. So we're going to show you a bunch of different things today that we picked up on the Baggie Wall. Some of it is a fair portion of it, as usual, is in the toy kind of area. But I think there's a lot of things that you could look out for, which is why I like bringing those up. And then there's stuff that Rick had bought that I don't even know why. I'm also going to show you a couple of other things that we got from some other places that are sort of in that same sort of vein. It's not a Baggie Wall, it was an estate haul, and it was like just a box of stuff. And it's interesting because we're going through all that right now. A big hello to everybody who's joining us here on this Tuesday. Rick is not going to be joining us on camera. He just spent the past 2 hours on our townhouse's general meeting, board meeting, like on a Zoom call. So his brain is fried at the moment because he's been listening to 2 hours of 120 different townhome owners all making their complaints about why is my garbage over on the left-hand side instead of, you know, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, he's out. I think he's in there. He's going to be in here showing up as Hey Bad Dog, and he's in the living room. So that's going to be him. So when you see him, and say hello to him. Thanks to everybody who is a member here of our Kennel Club for $3 a month. You get a little extra support. We have a separate Facebook group, of course. We're going to be posting a new watch out for in there later on this week, hopefully by the weekend. And hopefully your life has come back to a little bit normal if you're a Canadian reseller. So we'll talk a little bit about that too. Say hi, Donna, Lisa, Diana, Louette's here. You didn't get a reminder, but you remembered. I only put the post in today. Jennifer, Mr. Joel, Tina, and of course Tina in Wisconsin is like signs on and got a cha-ching. That I like to be that. If I can be your cha-chinger, then I'm glad. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, Michael, Charmaine, I'm sure Brian's here. Sherry's here. Mr. Carl, Paul, Greg, there's Brian, Elisa, Leanne, Heather, and Bob, T-Mac, there's a name I don't recognize, Lisa, Dawn's here. Thanks so much for joining us. Well, again, hopefully, I don't know about you guys, but if you're a Canadian seller, again, last week, 2 weeks ago was like the complete, absolute hell on earth, I think, for a lot of us. And we're still trying to figure our ways around it now. At the end of that whole week, it was like, I don't know if you watched the show or not. I could be dating myself. It's like the Bob Newhart show, where at the end of the week, he woke up and it was all a dream. A terrible, horrible dream. Or maybe like that 1 year on Dallas that was really bad. It was supposed to be a dream. I think there's 4 or 5 different like sitcom TV shows that had a year that was supposed to be a dream. And in fact, we just watched the thing about Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary, and they have a documentary out about the 11th year, and they call it the Weird Year. And almost everybody from the Weird Year was fired except for John Lovitz. And it was the opening of the year for season 11 was opened by Madonna. Season 12 was opened by Madonna, and she came out and said, "Hi, it's Madonna. I have a statement to read. Last year was a weird dream." That's what 2 weeks ago felt like. That whole week. Now, everything is pretty well back to normal, as you all would know. Yeah, yeah. See, Larry, Daryl, you remember. You saw that on the Saturday Night Live, possibly, too. Don says, "I'm not going to relax until March 4th comes and goes." Yes, he did have a different wife. Remember, Heather remembers. He had his wife from his very first show, the Bob Newhart show, because it was Newhart that did the I Woke Up, and he woke up with Suzanne Plachette, who had been his original wife in the very first show. Lisa had 2 cha-chings, all 4 items and 1 item. Yay, all Lego. Yeah, so, but again, yeah, March the 4th coming up, but I guess what we're trying to look at right now is how can we kind of revamp ourselves at least until March the 3rd or something, because you never know, anything could change any day. So what we have done, if you happen to be a Canadian seller, then a couple of things you should be doing: make sure your location of your item is now listed if you are on eBay with a Canadian address. So we used to list on .com, sell on .com, but we listed our address as being in Niagara Falls, so New York. So now because we use a cross-border shipper, so we do that. We move that. What is March 4th? March 4th is the potential 30-day moratorium when they could come back again, and the tariffs and de minimis could go away. The de minimis, remember, is the allowable amount that goes into the States with no one questioning it. So everything else is up in the air, but that's how we're trying to work things. Now, it has slowed our sales down, but we paused our entire sales. We didn't sell anything on Etsy or eBay. We were paused for a week. We opened it up like literally that weekend, and we we are Canadian. Who told you we were normal? Which the de minimis is the word you cannot spell? No, it's Canadian. Don't get you wrong. You're still selling stuff. You haven't stopped, just on the edge. Yeah, I guess we're all on the edge. I just am like, let's pretend. Well, it's not let's pretend that it never happened. Let's remember that it's potentially going to happen, and look at some different things. So we've actually been listing a few things using Crosslist Magic. That's our favorite thing, and listing a few things onto our Facebook for local sales. We are focusing on doing another max sold, which is something that's a local sale as well. We've had a few sales of some bigger items though, but not anywhere near our sales. To tell it literally, my eBay payment this week, I think it's the record, is the lowest eBay payment we have ever had, at least in the past 5 years, I think, which was $85. Luckily, we had a $2,500 max sold, so that kind of put it out. Our de minimis is like $20. Yeah, Canada's de minimis is really weird. It is really strange how they spell it, de minimis, or Canadian. Why do you need to change your address on eBay back to Canada? Well, Leanne, the reason that we're doing it is because it actually will show the location of where your item is coming from. If the item shows as a U.S. address, is where it's being shipped from, and it gets shipped there, and the tariffs or the de minimis disappear, your buyer is going to think that they shouldn't be charged anything, when in reality it is coming from Canada. So it's just one of the things you should potentially keep in mind. We're still getting our orders, so we got a few more orders this past weekend, and we're actually looking at trying something different in the next little while. I'm going to talk more about that in the Kennel Club Facebook group, actually, with a video as well, to see what we can do. But we're still sending out offers here and there, and we've actually spent most of the time sort of rejigging what we're doing. One of the challenges, though, I'm finding, and I don't know if you guys, well, it's not a challenge. I mean, it's a challenge, but it's not a challenge. I'm finding a lot less people at the thrift store. Now, that could be a really good thing, right? A lot less people at the gift store or at the thrift store means that there should be a lot more stuff for us to buy, except I can't find anything. I did find something today, and I bought it, and I don't even know why. Do you ever find, I mean, I'm sure you do. Do you buy something just because it's stupid and you see it? You don't know why you bought it? Okay, so I saw this. I picked it up and I put it down, and I went away. And then I picked it up again and I put it down, and I went away. And I picked it up and then I bought it. I don't know. This is just really strange. This is Greg says yes, always. Okay, so I'll just show you the top of it, see if I can go up like this. Aquaman was busy, an everyday superhero to many. What is this? This is the myfaceonafigure.com. So it's somebody that put this guy's face, which kind of looks like my glasses but red hair. Kind of looks like me. And the glasses are extremely fragile. As a superhero in a Green Arrow outfit. I don't know why I bought this. I don't know why. Like, here's a whole, if you ever wish you had your own customized figure. If I had red hair, I guess that kind of could be me. I don't know. But this was, I guess somebody actually ordered this for somebody. And they got it sent to them. And they didn't want it, or they took offense to it. So, now I have, sorry, Pee Wee, I'm going to move you out of the way. Now I have a strange everyday hero. I put his little choir boy beside him that I have no idea why I bought. It's not no, it isn't. It does kind of look like Robin Hood. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's a weird thing. This is why you always take a cart and haul it around while you. Well, you see, I had a cart. And I put it in the cart, then I took it out of the cart, and I put it in the cart, and I took it out of the cart because it was one of those things that I don't need this. I put it back. And then I went back around that same mile and put it back in the cart. And then I went and put it back. You know, so I'm just, sometimes I was struggling, struggling to find something I could buy. I said the magic word, Billy screams. So, but yeah, there's less, I see less people, but I'm not finding a lot of stuff, which is okay, because I have found that you'll see as we get into March, more digging into our profit pile, because the amount of stuff that we have that's ridiculously left over that we haven't got to, I'm just shocked and surprised at the amount of things that I'm finding. I went over stuff on the weekend, found 4 or 5 bigger items, and I was like, yes, this is great. Oh, this list for $100, this list for $100. And they were electronic things. And every one of them has been here for a year or 2 or 3. And not one of them worked. So I had to throw them all out. Because I don't want to sell a non-working Fisher Price tape recorder, or a cow that's supposed to moo that doesn't moo, things like that. So it is kind of like those Big Bang figures. Yeah, it's kind of strange. So, but yeah, though, I'm looking around trying to find stuff, and so it's, again, Baggie Wall is one of my go-to places. As you can see from this image, this is literally the Baggie Wall at one of the stores that I go to, and look how long it is. And this is the housewares and stuff wall. This isn't even the toy wall. This is the housewares and stuff wall. But I've been very, very careful lately about what I'm buying, because partially this 1 week thing of the de minimis going away, and so that even if something is $10 and it goes across the border, it may have like taxes, duty, may have a brokerage fee on it, which is ridiculous. It's going to stop me from selling a lot of lower priced items. So I'm trying to move that whole thing, like we talked about in the past a number of times. I know, Carl, when we've chatted, we talk about raising our average selling price. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bulk things together so that they're worth $50 instead of the amount of things that surprisingly I still have on our store that are like low dollar amounts. So I'm just going to show you my active listing right now, and I'm going to show you again. This happens to be my store for eBay, and if I go to here and I go based on current price, I got 680 items listed on eBay Live right now. If I sold them all, I'd make $31,000. Yeah, but oh, pardon me. Look at all these $5, $7, $7, $8. This entire page is stuff that's $10 and less. There, I finally get to $12 before the end of the page. But again, a lot of these things are like, is it worth trying to sell? Sorry, there will be one more, because I sneezes in threeses. It's my Dr. Susie thing. I sneezes and threeses. So I'm trying to raise that price. So some of the stuff that I got in this Baggie Wall, it's kind of in that weird kind of place where I'm being very careful about it. Now, there are other, bless me, thank you. There are other things that I buy that I can't resist too. And some of them are like, oh, this is great. So I'm going to show you this. I found this in a Baggie Wall. Now, this is strange because I actually found this a month and a half ago. And it was this. And it was, I could tell just by looking at that hanging on a baggie what it actually was. Does anybody know what that actually is? What that logo is? Yeah, Diana got it right off the bat. HE, yep, American Girl. And what it was this bag, and in the bag for $5.99, there were 3 of these Isabel Rosette leotards. So this, like, brand spanking new leotards. But not only that, there were like 10 of these bags. And every bag had either these leotards in it or another pair of another jumper. All from whoever this was. This is all from 2014. And it is Isabel who was the girl of the year in American Girl. So there's her little inspired dancer. And I thought this is great. So I spent $40 on these, and I thought this is going to be great. This works out that these are about $1.50 a piece, and I think they should sell for $10 to $15 based on what they are on eBay. And so I did list them. I put the pair. I put this one with a purple one, and I sold none. Not one. I've had people, I put it in an American Girl group for like $20 shipped. I'm trying to make my $50 back now, and I just can't figure out why. No one wants these things. If I go to, I'm going to go back to my other sheet here and see if I can actually pull the listing up for you to see. Come on, go up. Up, 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 up. Up goes up. American Girl. And where are you? Here we are. So I put this up as a pair. And so there's the one. So there's the 2 different things. One is, you can see, one is the little pants and one is the style. So I put the 2 of them for $20 for the doll. You know what it's actually for the doll. Yeah, you know what the thing is? I have had more people go, do I get the doll too? And I was like, for $20, the doll is worth about $75. Why would you get the doll? It doesn't say that. It says in the title that it's an American Girl pants and leotard set. This is one of the weird ones, and this has happened to me a few times, and I don't know if it's happened to you at all. And Carl, I may be talking to you about some of these because this is part of the care package I'm looking at, is that these are things that you would think that would fly. And I hate it when I do this because sometimes you'll see these. And as I say, I've got, I think, about 35 of them now or something like that. And I haven't sold one. So all I need to do is sell 2. And if I sell 2 sets, then it goes. But I've tried Facebook groups. I haven't got them on Etsy because it's 2014. I know I could cheat like half the people on Etsy do because there's tons of Monster High dolls on there, and they didn't start coming out until 2011, but still people put them out. But I can't seem to get much traction in either place. So not sure what to do with those. But I couldn't pass them up. When you see a bunch of boxed brand new things, and it was, again, $5.99, less 30%. So that's probably worked out to be about $4 American, maybe $5. So $1.50 a piece. Yep, or Carl said the same thing. Last big bulk buy, sold 1 things. I don't know if American Girls are as popular anymore. That's the one thing. No one is interested in AG dolls. I got rid of all your AG books. Actually, I did see that. There was an American Girl skip making fun of them as well. Yeah. I'm going to try them on Marketplace next. and see. I didn't try them on Marketplace yet. I just tried them on the Facebook American Girl groups as well. Show the pictures of the back of the packages first, not the front. Oh, okay. That's a good idea. Oh, because people are thinking they don't know what it is when they see that in the picture. Wow, that's a thought. I'm going to actually do that right now. I'm going to go right here, Hydran. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to flip that picture to there. And I'm going to save it. There. I'm going to revise it right now. We'll see if that actually does something. So there we go. So there's the picture of the thing. So it shows the two different things right on the revision to it. So yeah, it's yeah, my generation. And again, I didn't think that $10 a piece would be too expensive, but again, I guess that it just happens to be. I might have to bulk them all up and try and figure out to sell them off as another bulk buy to somebody else. A couple of other things. Now, I don't think there's a couple of things here that Rick has that are in this box, and I don't know. I don't think we showed you this one before, because if I did, I probably would have opened it up if we did. But Rick found this baggie for $4.99, and I don't even know. I can't remember why we bought it. He might be able to give you something here. I don't know what they are actually. There's some kind of fan or some kind. I don't know. Let's open it up and see. Let's see what Rick ended up buying for $4.99 from the Baggie Wall. There's a wire on the back of them. There we go. This is what I got. What I got? How do I open this? What do I do with this? Okay, here. There's a string here. There's a thingy here. Yeah, isn't this pretty? What the hell am I supposed to do with this thing? Oh, geez. Okay. I'm supposed to. Oh! It's a little dragony kind of thing. Oh! It's a lantern. Oh! Here we go. That's what we got. Isn't that useless? What a completely useless thing for Rick to decide to buy. So there's pictures of butterflies on there, and there's none on the side at all. So pretty. So what? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. Yay. Okay, so not everything's a winner, folks. Winner, chicken dinner. Then we have other things that we find that we buy because we see something in them. And I don't mean that in like I see something in you and it makes me happy. No, I do. I see something in you. And it makes me happy. This was something that I saw. And again, if you become more and more versed on certain types of things that are out there, like certain types of dolls or certain types of toys, certain figures, especially in the toy area, or certain looks, like if you're looking for anthropomorphic things, you can spot them. So if you're see a Baggie Wall up there and it has, Adrian at one point, if you recall, he actually found a whole bunch of Holt Howard things, and it was just in a baggie for $3.99. And we have a couple. Well, this is the kind of thing. It's not that in that world. I know I shouldn't question him, but wait, let's see if he actually figures out how to sell them. They are pretty. Yes, they're pretty. Yeah, I want Chinese food now too. Or we could send them to Heather for her mahjong party. This is what I saw. Now, this looks like a crappy thing. Like immediately, the first thing that you would think is this looks kind of crappy. Except I could spot from a distance, I could spot that. This is for $4.99. This is a vintage scooter doll. Barbie's sister skipper's friend scooter. And the thing that was interesting about it was she still has her original hairbands. The rest of the stuff that's in this is crap. But that's one of the nice things about Baggie Walls is you can find one thing in it that's worth something. Pardon me, she's got no top on and her head is on backwards. There we go. So there we go. I'll cover the so we don't get. But yeah, she had. This is the hard thing is these are her original hair. You can actually see the original elastic still in her hair, in her original hair ribbon. So she's probably about $30-$35 item. I do have other clothing that fits her, so it's easy going to be for me to just pop a skirt or a bathing suit or something on her. The rest of the stuff in here, that's like na-na-nas. This is Scary Harry's. Don't know who that is with her. Geez, all these girls want to have their dresses way up in the air. Then we've got, I think this is Moana, from Moana. Polly Pocket. The Polly Pocket. Polly Pocket Tiana. So, I don't know. Not a lot. I'm not expecting to get any money from them. I will donate probably most of these back just to get rid of them because I don't know. Yes, that's true. I do have a good eye with that. And then I have a good eye for things that I know a little bit about, but not a lot about, which is whenever I look for Lego, I'm not a Lego person. To understand, it's like if you're trying to think, oh, what do you get? Lego. I don't know enough about it, but I do know the one thing that you should always try and see if you are looking at Lego is Lego people. Because you may often find things like this. This was this baggie that I found. And I just, when I get to them, this is the old thing I always say, I'll do a little baggie bounce. And as I always say, if there's one on the wall, it's probably not all. But in this case, I think this was all that was there. But when I did the little baggie bounce, you could see one Lego figure there. So I had to do a little bit of the turning it over, and it was like, oh, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. There's a couple more up there. And then a bunch of all this loose stuff, which I don't know if people are interested in the dog or the pony or anything like that. But what I'm going to go into here is pull out all of the people and see what I can do. I'm trying to see what, oh, there's a ghosty head here. I don't know who that belongs to. Make sure that they are all Lego. You never know. Sometimes I might find Harry Potter things in here. Yes, I will be making sure that they are Legos, like when I take a look at them. Now, one of the things, if you are looking at Legos, I'll do this, see if I'll open this just for a little bit to grab. What you always have to do is make sure, even if you see a baggie, quickly look at the tips of like the bumps, the Lego bumps, because everything that is Lego truly says Lego. You can clearly see the Lego on those. So you're able to actually really quickly go in and say, like, here's a perfect one. This is, now that's Lego too. There's the Lego logos on them. So, but it's easy. It helps you a lot because you can go through things and see really quickly. The yellow piece has Lego on them. So pretty sure that most of this in here is Lego. But that's what I do, is especially when I'm in the thrift store, if I see a bag, I'll lift it up and try and take a look and see what does it look like, if there's anything that's a real interest to me. And again, I just look for that. Look for the Lego. Look for the Lego label when you are buying a Baggie Wall full. And I don't know, the rest of the stuff, who knows what I'll do with it. I mean, I might do some Googling. What did Luann say? I don't see that. Toy store in Seattle broken into over $10,000. Wow, geez. All the Lego that Lisa sold today was minifigs. You get them free at work. Well, that's nice. Yeah, and again, what I will most likely do is try and figure out like who this guy is, if it is a guy of any consequence. And if not, I will put this whole batch into a lot, probably on eBay. Lots donate their Lego advent calendars. They aren't worth very too much. Yes, that's we've actually broken out our Star Wars and our Harry Potter. We've actually found at thrift stores. We found old Lego advent calendars with some of the pieces missing, and we've taken out all the little pieces in the little bags, and we've actually sold the little pieces in some cases for $10 a piece. So it's just interesting to see. They're foil or paper pouches that come with British Lego magazines. Oh, okay. Were real people there or Lego people? Oh, you used to have meetings at your local Lego office. I think they were real people. Well, they could have been Lego people. You never know. Hydron can be a little strange at times. He might have just decided to only talk to Lego people that day. Believe me, there's days that I had meetings where I feel like even if I was in it with people, I was in it with a bunch of, let's call them. Oh, look, I found another one. Well, maybe this, did I buy this at the same time? Oh, I think I bought this at the same time. Oh, yeah. So one on the wall. It might not be all, or it's probably not all. So I can see in here, there's more people. There's a policeman. There's a guy running. There's a hockey stick. A whole bunch of different stuff in here. Yeah, so I must have grabbed these on the same day. Same sticker. Yep, same blue sticker. So a bunch of Legos. But again, looking at them, making sure they are real Lego. And I'm going to pop out the people and then sell them in a bulk. Oh, I got a cha-ching! Yay! I don't have a cha-ching on. I should, but I don't. I wish I did. Now, here's something that this is a Rick thing. Where'd it go? Where'd they go? Oh, here. So Rick is a let's see, a brass ass. He loves his brass. So this is some things that he found. Now, I don't know why he bought them. And if he's going to comment, he have to comment quickly in the chat. But I remember when he saw this, we're at the same place, the same Value Village, and somebody had donated a number of brass pieces. So this was one. And it's actually very heavy. It's a bell, actually. And we have gotten some surprisingly good money for our brass bells. So this is a brass windmill bell. I don't see any markings on it per se that I can see that's inside or anything like that. But again, it's quite heavy. And that was one, and this was the other one. And I thought, you bought a tap? It actually looks like it's a tap of some kind. I don't know. This is his stuff. This is, I think this is an actual tap. What the hell is this that he bought? Look at that. Looks like a tap to me, right? That screws on something. There's nothing at the back. This is a duck? A dog? What the heck is this? Okay, you know what? There's only one way I can actually work with something like that. I gotta open my Carl machine and see what happens with this when I look it up. So let's just open her up here. We are going to expand you. We're going to go here, and we're going to take our Google lens, also known as our Carl lens, and we're going to say, what the heck are you? Now, I don't know if Rick did this when he was in the store or not, but let's see. Oh, this is interesting. The item is a vintage. I love AI overviews to some degree. The item is a vintage cane topper featuring a brass dog head. The decorative piece would have been attached to the top of a cane. It's interesting, all this AI stuff. Now let's see if we can find anything like it. Like, look at the prices of some of these things. Oh, there is the dog. There's the dog right there. That's him. Right, there he is. Now let's see how much he's worth, or how much somebody's asking for him. Oh, we don't know how much somebody's asking for him. Is there another doggy anywhere? No, it's of course that's the one that I find, and there's no doggy that I can get to look it up. But I mean, we might be able to do a little more digging on that. But again, you saw some of those things are like $20, $30, $40. So it could be an interesting find. And again, this was in this baggie here for $3.99 with a belt buckle. I think, or some kind of, I don't know, with a griffin on it. What is that? That's not a belt buckle. I know what that is. I'm gonna put that right where. Horse brass. Funny that you said My Buddy, Elisa. We had a My Buddy doll that I found, and the My Buddy doll was in kind of crappy shape, so I stripped him, and we just sold his clothing for $25 yesterday. Horse brass. All of you know what a horse brass beer opener. Oh. Horse brass. Well, I don't know what any of those things. 2 bottle openers. I think there's a couple of people here. Bottle opener is interesting. That happens to be the first thing on people's mind, and everybody else's mind says horse brass. What does that say? What does it really say? Somebody who needs a drink, like me. Let's see. What else did I buy? I don't know. Again, sometimes you see stuff and you think, I must buy this, and I'm not sure if it's worth anything or if it's just something that I think is fun. I do this a little bit too much, maybe. $3.49. I think it's like Little Shop of Horrors, Audrey 2, Venus flytrap lights. No, they're not lights. Oh, geez, they're not lights. I thought they were lights. Oh, they're not. They're foam. What the hell? They're like little. I thought that this was a thing of those plastic lights. Don't they look like they'd be plastic lights? I think they're all little carnivorous Audrey 2 Little Shop of Horror type plants. And now I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do with them. I don't know if these are homemade or they look like they even might be homemade. I think they may be homemade versions of Audrey 2. You know, I found one group that I'm happy to have joined. I haven't sold anything in it yet, but I found it just late early on this week. It's called Oddities and Curiosities. It's a Facebook selling page. So I think when you look at the inside of those, the inside of the mouth looks like somebody just cut a ball, painted them, and then stuck these things on them. So guess what's going into one of our first Facebook posts on oddities? Curiosities. Why did I buy those? Yeah, they bought Dracula teeth and stuck the Dracula. Somebody's Halloween project. I guess so. Again, I only bought those in the bag. I did not look at them. I grabbed them because I thought it was a string of lights. Would I have bought them if I knew that they were these? I probably would have still spent the $3 on them. So it's less than a latte. It's got to be bought. No, not necessarily, but I guess I did. So I got to move these out of the way. I'm running out of room here from all of my junk. I got some interesting stuff to show you coming up too from the Baggie Wall haul, but here's from the estate sale. Here's a couple other things. Okay, this is another 2 things. This is another Rick thing. I might have to get out that Carl thing again. And I looked at it. I asked him right before the show. I actually said, "What did you buy this for?" It is like 2 shadow box things, and it was $3.49. And this is like a crappy wooden clock. One of those figurines. Great friends are like stars, often unseen, but you know they're there. Oh, that's bullshit. Sorry. He said he bought it for this, so I don't know what this is. So let's take a look. This is what he said he bought it for. You see that? That's what he spotted in this crappy looking bag. Now let's open it up and see. It is. I don't know why. I just got to figure this out. Maybe this is why he bought it. It was from Toucan Studios at Instagram. The fairy door. So he needed a fairy door. He does not. We have enough fairy doors in our house. This is a fairy door with an owl. The only thing is, it's glued badly. This is really badly glued. So I'm going to put that away and let Rick deal with whatever that is. Maybe he really did buy it just for the angel. No, I don't think so. Let's donate that right off the bat. I always watch out for other kinds of things that I know a little bit about, but not necessarily a lot. And here's one that I've been doing a little bit of in the past. I think you've seen me do these before. Oh, Rick bought it for his fairy garden. Oh, I didn't know we had a fairy garden. That looks like Walter White from a distance. One thing, and we have had so much success from buying collectible trading card games. So historically, I'm going to tell you, I think you may remember, and it may be going back like over 2 years now, I bought baggies filled with this stuff called Pirates of the Main. And we actually been selling those Pirates of the Main cards now. We still have some left. The baggies cost us like $3 or $4, maybe $10. And we've sold a few $100s worth of stuff from that Pirates of the Main. We've done the same thing with a few other things, especially from, strangely enough, things we don't know. So we don't know a lot about like Pokemon or any of those kind of things. But so when I see a name that I don't recognize and it's not expensive, I usually try and grab it to see. So this is a couple of those that I don't know much about, but I thought I got to take a look and try and see what these are. So this is the first one. And it looks like I got some from both of these. So this probably was bought on the same day. Yep, $2.99 each. And I had never seen, so I looked at the back of this and I saw that. This is probably how it was hanging up, would have been like this. So I don't even know what this game is. Card Fight Vanguard. And I decided for some unknown reason that I must look up Card Fight. And again, I love it when you start populating something in eBay. Look at this. Card Fight Vanguard. 62,000 cards are listed and sold 4,200. So it's not a great sell through, right? Like that's not even 10%. That's like 8% of the listed. So I always like to look at that. It's really great when you can find something that would be like, there's 4,200 of these that have been sold and there's only 3,000 listed, because that means there's more listings, more solds than there are listings. So when you see something like this, 4,200 of 62,000, may not be that great. But for $2.99, what I'm going to see if I can look up a lot and see, there are people who are asking 27, 37, 47. I don't know enough about these, so, but I do know that it's not bad to potentially slide through these and see what you actually have. Here's a, I don't even know if that she kind of looks like those other figures. This was also in there, so I picked this up at the same time. I'm going to open this one up, and sometimes it's fun too, because you'll see things like this, which is somebody who's put their cards into blue plastic sleeves, so you can see some sleeves inside here. So I don't know, maybe it was whoever picked them up thought, oh, these are really good. And what are they? Oh, damn it, they're sleeves of, I thought they're sleeves of nothings, but these all have something in them. So I can do a little sourcing on them and see why would they have done these. So I will probably just type in a couple of the different names, do a quick search on some, see if there are any, because everybody's always talking about glossy or hollow cards or things like that, which again, I don't know enough about. Some things that are shinier than others. And yeah, this is like this. Here's a perfect example of what I would call more of a, this is a glossier or shinier card. Oh, this one's actually in two things. This is how important it was. So you can see how you can see the shine, the reflection on that. Like, so more of what they call a hollow card versus something like, come on, get out. Versus something like this, which is just a plain card. So that's plain. There's nothing shiny on it. I mean, the card's glossy, but you can see the shininess up in the corner. You can see it all glowing up in there. Some of them are worth a lot of money. Some of them might be worth $1 or $2 or something like that. But again, we'll see. I don't mind investing like $3 or $4 or $5 on that kind of thing. Foil cards, yeah, they can be called foil cards. Holograph printing, hollow printing, all sorts of different ways to look at them. But again, I just thought for a few bucks, I'll put them in one big lot and see if I can get $25, $30 for them. So $5 investment, can I get $20 out of it? So I'd like to get more, but I'll probably auction them. And then if I'll spread them out so people can see and they go, oh, that one is so-and-so, the great debater, and he's worth a lot of money. Which is why sometimes I buy other things too. Things that I don't know what they are. These I have to confirm what they are. This could be ripoff from Temu, which is we don't shop at anymore. This is a whole baggie of Pokemon figures. I bought this actually to put onto my Mac Sold for $3.99. So I thought it was a pretty good price for a big bag of figures like that. I bought this, and I don't know why. I bought this because, again, when it's $3, it's like, oh, this was interesting. I think it was because of figures like this inside there. The little Batman, kind of a rubber Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, like they're squishy. So I got to do more research on these. That must be Batgirl in the pink. But yeah, this is squishy thing. And again, we sell these all the time. Some of those $10 things that you see, Oogies, they might be Oogies. I can take a quick look to see one of them inside. See if I got any information on it. It is, so this happens to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. It says Viacom. So let me do that quick. I'll do a quick Carl on that and see if I can, what that shows up if I do that really quickly. Let's see if it gives me an AI description of this guy too. Ushi. I think this is what it is. I think it's an Ushi pencil topper. Battle damage Ushi. Yeah, I guess it could go on top of a pencil. It got a hole in the butt. So let's just see. What are Ushis? And if there's any value in Ushis whatsoever, probably not. Ushis. Look at them all showing up. 221 solds out of 2,700 listed. So again, 10% sort of. So there they are. Yeah, that's what it is. It's an Ushi. So not a lot of money in them. Again, you shouldn't try to work on things that are $3.99 to try and get a return on. That's probably 30 random pieces. So this is probably going to end up turning out into a max sold as well. It's just an interesting kind of thing. So a couple of things haven't been the greatest finds. It's like, again, not everything is a winner. I guess not everything is a winner, but sometimes you do take that chance. These guys are, I can't remember the names of these guys, but I know that, you know, I just found another brass thing. Another brass bell that Rick bought that day. Another brass bell. Yeah, his brass will make up for my $3 buys. She's not a bell, is she? Oh yeah, she's a bell. Looks like a pilgrim lady. And a candlestick. With the candlestick. Ow, in the... So I think luckily his brass makes up for my other thing, but we also did find, oh, that's another brass thing. What the heck are those? So yeah, look at that. Oh, little boy peeing. There's a little boy peeing there. And a lobster. Because you know what's better to put into a thing than a little boy peeing and a lobster? Little brass boy peeing. So that's all his stuff. I did find more Go-Go's, those crazy bones. I got one of those. I have, I think another box of little guys I gotta look up. Bag of little guys I gotta look up. So an interesting sort of mix of stuff. But even now, I'm having some challenges with finding them. But I got it. That's the thing about these is they need to be something that you don't invest a lot in, so you won't lose a lot if you're trying to do something. So I'm getting more and more careful. That I think a lot of you guys are doing as well. Is getting a lot more careful. But every once in a while, you do find something that is a little more on the interesting side of things that you never expected to get. And this is what I'm going to show you now. This is the thing that I never expected to get. This was part of a buy that we did where we talked the last time about the Tiny Tim, which I actually am finally putting onto eBay. And this was stuck in there. And I didn't really think too much of it when I looked at it because it didn't look like much to me. So we get it home and it's sort of stepping away from the Baggie Wall, but it's like an estate hole thing. And I see these things and I go, oh my God, this is so cheesy. Look at this. Oh, look at this homemade stupid little thing. And I go to take it apart and then I look inside and take a look at this. Where is it? You can see inside there. Western Germany. These are candy Easter candy holders made in West Germany. And I've got a few of these guys. This is all part of that one buy. There's a couple there. Look at this guy. I thought this was homemade. Like this literally looked to me like some silly homemade thing. And again, oh, there's the base comes off there. And there is the Western Germany. And surprisingly, these little guys, look at the chenille here. And there's one, there's two, there's another one, there's another one here. These guys can sell for $30, $40, $50, $60 for these. So they got little bobbleheads. And again, they all have the Western Germany thing on the inside of them. I never would have even known. Like, if you saw that in a box at an estate sale or a garage sale or something, you probably think it's some homemade crap. Because that's what I sure as hell thought it was. Then there's a few other things in here that I thought could be interesting, but again, I have to do a little more searching on them. This is strange. This is a little, kind of looks real. It kind of looks a little too creepily real. So I hope it's not. I'm putting it back down. This was really cute. This little bunny. Nicely, Easter's coming up too, so I can list a lot of these. Made in Japan logo. But this one I also love on it. Take a look at his little sign. Where is it? From, oops. The DC Ball in 1956. So I actually can date this to be a 1956 made in Japan bunny. His ears are backwards. I don't know if we can turn them around. I guess there must be a way to turn them around because his ears should look that way on the back. And then, and again, this is from that same era, I think. Oh my goodness, it is. Oh, no, I didn't even realize that was. I saw this duck. Oh my God. It's the same thing. It's a made in West German ducky. So, containers made in Western Germany. So I got a little research to do on these, but I'm hoping from this tiny little lot of strange looking things that I thought were made by a child for his mom that they kept. Because wouldn't you? I could have almost $200 in Easter things. So that will be a fun find to try and go through. And again, can make up for some of my baggy buys that weren't as good as they possibly could have been. So that's kind of a roundup of some of the stuff that I got. Again, it gives me bunches of stuff to look through. I'll pull out the people from these, and $5 a bag. I will easily get probably 50 or 60 bucks for that. Probably try and list this Vanguard things for 20 or 30, maybe put them in a max sold. Try and list these little creepy these things that I thought were not homemade, or I might just donate them. I don't know. Rick's fans. I think Lisa said one sold for $12. So hey, maybe we'll try and list them and sell them too. You never know. We can't use our cross-border to ship them now. We can. We can't. Paper mache Easter candy holders. Yeah, it was a nice lot. That was actually a nice lot. Oh, I see. You're trying to figure out about Whatnot. Yeah, so they're not on Whatnot. We're not on Whatnot right now because we can't do cross-border shipping at the moment. So, but that's a bunch of different things that we found. We're keeping our eyes open. Right now, we're digging a lot more into our profit pile. So we're going to try and talk a lot more about those in the upcoming months. We're going to do some tests on different ways to try and promote things. We've just started a test on Etsy. So we're doing a paid $1 a day test. So far for the past month. So it's cost us $30. So, and the unfortunate thing is we're having people are seeing our items that we're picking because we're being very selective. But the problem is we're doing expensive items. So we're making sure that if we're going to get charged $5, $6 for clicks to an item, it's not a $5 item. So we're trying to do that on $100, $200 items. So we're doing that and we're getting the clicks. We're just not getting it turning into any actual sales. So not sure whether that sort of Etsy push that we were doing is doing any work whatsoever. We are adding in a lot more tags on all of our Etsy stuff using a thing called Allura. I don't know if anybody's heard about, but we'll talk a little bit more about that in an upcoming thing. And again, we're using Crosslist Magic probably every other day now. So remember to take a look for the video on Crosslist Magic as well if you're looking at that. But next time we meet will be 2 weeks from now. And that will be a What's Sold in the Winter. So a winter What's Sold. Carl, Adrian, possibly, if we can get them on video, I think we can. And Elisa are going to talk to us about what's sold in sort of December, January, February. So what's sold in winter. And hopefully we're not going to be sitting in 6 feet of snow like we are outside right now. Because it's been snowing like crazy up here in Canada. And I know it's been snowing all over the place. Arizona, all sorts of different places. So, and it's been freezing too. So it's like, I think we'll just sit downstairs and dig through stuff. We're redoing our inventory right now. Now, really good. We went through about 20 boxes of inventory, Rick did the other day, and found that we only had like 12 things out of 100 that were like not even 10% were missing listings. And most of them were because I auctioned them and forgot to put them back on. So we're doing a little more digging, but otherwise we're taking everything as if everything's going to go okay. We're pretending the tariffs are not going to hit us till they do. We're working on the de minimis is not going to go away till it does. And then we're adding in Facebook and local other sales as much as we possibly can so that we can try and see if we can start driving our numbers to be anywhere like Brian and Charmaine, who do amazingly with local sales in the Windsor market. So, yeah, we're actually going to be looking at that kind of thing as well. Snow here tomorrow. Not much. Yeah, we got so much snow. And yeah, we don't berms, which is the end of the driveway. We've had those piled up. Rick's back is killing him. My back is killing him. I pulled my leg out today. I wrenched my calf trying to get it through a snowdrift to knock a 5-foot long icicle. You know, I'm sick and tired of winter. But I'm not sick and tired of talking to you. I love talking to you guys. Hopefully you like talking to me, spending a little bit of time with us here on the Hall Pass. And as I promised, I'm going to keep these to an hour as much as I can. I know we went to like an hour and a half on the tariffs one, but tariffs is over for now. And until March 4th, when we may meet again, we may not have different news. But if we do, we promise we'll be back with another video. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Hall Pass. Now I got all these boxes of little things and bags of little stuff. It's the only thing I don't like about Baggie Wall hauls is you end up with a whole bunch of little things that you got to figure out what to do with. And I got to give Rick his brass so that he can actually make some money back on the American Girl stuff that I bought. Thanks for joining us here. We'll see you again soon, and we'll see you in craft as well. Say hello, subscribe to us below, and if you want to, throw us a join in the Kennel Club. You can see join at the top of the things, and you can join our Facebook group as well, where we'll be posting a new woof this week. Bye, y'all. Stay warm. And remember, if you want to, I don't know if this is still around, your face on a figure that kind of doesn't look like you, maybe you should try and go and get one of your own. I think Elisa was aiming for one from all of us. Take it easy. Bye, everyone.